Tomorrow morning, as you open your eyes, you are given a priceless gift, a brand new day, a fresh opportunity, a blank canvas on which you can write the next chapter of your life. But here's the key. How you approach this day will define your progress. Will you let it slip by, overwhelmed by everything you think you need to do? Or will you take control and focus on what truly matters? You do not have to do it all at once. You do not need to change everything overnight. All you need is one thing, to be just 1% better than yesterday. Now you might be wondering, what difference can 1% really make? It seems so small, almost insignificant, but that is exactly where the power lies. Growth does not come from sudden drastic changes. It comes from small, consistent improvements. The people who achieve great things in life do not wake up one day and magically transform. They build their success one step at a time, one decision at a time, one habit at a time. Think about it this way. If you commit to improving by just 1% every single day, in 1 year you will not just be 365% better, you will be over 37 times stronger, wiser, and more capable than when you started. That is not magic, that is mathematics. That is the undeniable power of compounding effort. Too often people become obsessed with chasing overnight success. They set impossible goals, expect instant results, and when they do not see immediate progress, they quit. But success does not work that way. Real, lasting change is not built in a single moment. It is built in the daily grind, in the quiet discipline, in the small choices that no one sees, but that define everything. So today we are going to break this down. We are going to uncover how you can apply this simple but powerful 1% rule to every aspect of your life. How these small improvements can transform your habits, reshape your mindset, and build unstoppable momentum. Whether it is in your career, your personal growth, your relationships, or your daily routines, this principle has the power to completely redefine your future. Because here's the truth. Small changes lead to massive transformation. Every great athlete, every successful entrepreneur, every leader, every innovator, they did not start at the top. They started where they were, just like you. And what set them apart was not some extraordinary talent or luck. It was their decision to show up every day and get just a little bit better. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can continue living the way you always have, making the same excuses, staying in the same patterns. Or you can decide that today is the day you start moving forward. That today is the day you stop waiting for the perfect moment and instead take the first step, no matter how small. Because here's what most people do not realize. The first step is the hardest, but once you take it, the rest becomes easier. So do not focus on the entire journey ahead. Do not let yourself become overwhelmed by the distance between where you are and where you want to be. Just focus on today. Focus on being 1% better. That is all it takes. This is not about perfection. It is not about never making mistakes. It is about showing up, making progress, and refusing to quit. Because if you commit to this mindset, if you apply this principle, your life will change in ways you cannot even imagine. And when you look back a year from now, you will not believe how far you have come. Not because of one big leap, but because of the small, consistent steps you took every single day. This is your moment. This is your time. Start today. Start now. Be 1% better every single day. You have a choice. The choice to move forward or to remain where you are. The choice to push beyond your comfort zone or to let doubt hold you back. The truth is, your life is not defined by one grand decision. It is shaped by the small choices you make every single day. And the most powerful choice you can make, the choice to improve, even by just 1%. 1% may seem insignificant in the moment. It may not feel like it is making a difference, but that is where most people go wrong. They underestimate the power of small, consistent progress. They believe that success is about sudden transformations, about massive breakthroughs, but true success, It is built through steady daily effort. It is about waking up every day and committing to being better than you were yesterday. Think about it this way. One drop of water does not carve a stone, but the steady flow of water over time creates deep, lasting change. That is exactly how personal growth works. It is not about a single massive effort. It is about small, repeated actions that compound over time. But here is the challenge. Most people give up too soon. They start with excitement, full of energy and determination, but when they do not see immediate results, they quit. They assume that their effort is not making a difference. But success does not work that way. It does not reward those who start strong, it rewards those who persist. Let's break it down. What does improving by just 1% actually look like? It does not mean making drastic changes overnight. It means making simple, sustainable improvements. It means reading one extra page of a book, making one healthier meal choice, spending 5 extra minutes practicing a skill. These are small actions, but when done consistently, they create a powerful ripple effect. The key is commitment. You must commit to the process even when the results are not immediately visible. You must trust that every effort, no matter how small, is building something bigger, because the truth is, success does not happen in a straight line. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when progress feels slow, but if you stay the course, if you continue to put in the work, you will see results. You must also understand the power of momentum. Progress fuels progress. The more you show up, the more natural it becomes. The more natural it becomes, the easier it is to keep going. And that is when transformation happens. Not because of one massive leap, but because of the small daily choices that build into something greater. So let me ask you, what is one small thing you can do today to move forward? What is one action you can take that will bring you one step closer to your goals? Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until you feel ready. Take that step today, because every small effort counts, and every step forward brings you closer to the life you want. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to have all the answers. You just have to start. One decision, one action, one step at a time. Keep going, keep pushing forward, because your future is waiting for you, and the only way to reach it is to keep moving. Have you ever noticed how much of your life is built on habits? The things you do without even thinking, the routines that shape your days? They are the foundation of your success or the chains that hold you back. The truth is, your habits define your future. And if you want to create lasting change, you must start by mastering the small daily habits that will lead you there. Success is not about willpower. It is not about motivation. It is about habits. The things you do consistently, not just when you feel like it. Because here's the reality. Motivation will fade. Some days you will wake up excited and ready to take on the world. Other days you will feel tired, unmotivated, and full of doubt. That is normal. That is human. But discipline, the ability to stick to your habits even when you do not feel like it, is what will separate you from everyone else. The key is starting small. Too often people try to change everything at once. They go on extreme diets, try to build 10 new habits overnight, and then get frustrated when they cannot sustain it. That is not how lasting change works. The way to build strong habits is to start with something so small that it is impossible to fail. Instead of saying, I will work out for 2 hours every day, start with 5 minutes. Instead of saying, I will read for an hour, start with 1 page. Once you build consistency, you can build intensity. Once you master showing up, you can increase the effort. But the most important thing, just start. Do not focus on doing things perfectly. Focus on doing them consistently. Think about this. Every habit you build is a vote for the person you want to become. Every action you take reinforces your identity. If you go to the gym, even for 5 minutes, you are casting a vote for being a healthy person. If you write 1 paragraph, you are casting a vote for being a writer. If you save even a little money, you are casting a vote for being financially responsible. Over time, these small actions add up and reshape your identity. But just as good habits compound, so do bad ones. Every time you procrastinate, every time you choose comfort over growth, every time you let excuses take over, you reinforce a different identity, one that keeps you stuck. That is why the smallest choices matter. That is why every moment, every action, every habit is an opportunity to either move forward or fall back. So ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to become? What habits align with that vision? And what is one small thing you can do today to reinforce that identity? You do not have to overhaul your life overnight. You do not have to make drastic changes. You just have to start small, stay consistent, and trust the process, because if you do, your habits will carry you to success. They will make progress automatic. They will turn effort into second nature. And before you know it, you will look back and realize just how far you have come, not because of one big breakthrough, but because of the small, consistent actions that transformed your life. Keep building those habits, keep showing up, keep casting votes for the person you want to be. Because every action matters, and the more you commit to those small daily efforts, the more unstoppable you will become. Have you ever stopped to realize the power of small wins? Most people overlook them. They focus so much on their big goals that they ignore the small victories happening along the way. They tell themselves, I'll celebrate when I reach my goal, but that is a mistake. Because success is not built on one grand achievement, it is built on a series of small, consistent wins that create momentum, build confidence, and push you forward even when things get tough. Every major breakthrough you see in life is the result of small steps stacking up over time. The problem? Most people quit before those steps have a chance to add up. They look at how far they still have to go instead of how far they have already come. And that mindset, focusing only on the destination instead of the journey, is what stops most people from ever reaching their full potential. But here's the truth. Every small win matters. When you wake up early and follow through on your goals, even when you do not feel like it, that is a when you resist the urge to quit and push through discomfort, that is a win. When you do even one thing today that makes you better than yesterday, that is a win. And those small wins, they are the fuel that keeps you going. Think of it like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, it is tiny. It barely moves. But as it keeps rolling, it picks up more snow. It gets bigger. It gains speed. And before long, it is unstoppable. That is how progress works. That is how success is built. Not in a single moment, but in the accumulation of small victories. And here's what makes small wins so powerful. They rewire your brain for success. Every time you accomplish something, no matter how small, your brain registers that achievement as proof that you are making progress. And the more proof you give yourself, the more you start to believe in your ability to succeed. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build through action, through momentum, through the small wins that show you that you are capable. But most people do not celebrate their small wins. They ignore them, telling themselves it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. Because success is a habit, just like failure. If you ignore your wins, you will feel like you are not making progress. And when you feel like you are not making progress, you are more likely to quit. So from this moment forward, I want you to shift your mindset. Stop only focusing on how far you have to go. Start focusing on the progress you are making right now. If you have taken even one step toward your goals today, you are already winning. If you have kept going despite challenges, you are already winning. And here is why this matters. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who refuse to stop. So from now on, acknowledge your wins. Big or small, they all count. Because every time you recognize your progress, you reinforce the habit of winning. You train your mind to expect success. And when success becomes an expectation, not just a hope, you become unstoppable. You do not need to see the entire staircase. Just take the next step. Keep moving forward. Keep stacking those wins. Because one day you will look back and realize that what once seemed impossible became inevitable. All because you refused to quit. Discipline is your greatest weapon. It is the force that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is the silent strength that keeps you moving forward when motivation fades, when doubt creeps in, and when the challenges seem too great. The truth is, discipline is not about punishment or restriction. It is about freedom. The freedom to create the life you truly want. The freedom to take control of your future instead of leaving it to chance. The freedom to build something meaningful step by step, day by day. Success is not about how talented you are. It is not about how lucky you get. It is about how consistently you show up. Every single day you have a choice to do what needs to be done or to make excuses, to push forward or to stand still, to take ownership of your life or to let circumstances dictate your future. And that choice, it determines everything. Most people wait for motivation to strike before they take action. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. If you rely on motivation alone, you will never build anything lasting. Because what happens on the days when you do not feel like showing up? What happens when you are tired, when you are discouraged, when the results are not coming fast enough? That is when discipline takes over. Discipline is waking up and doing the work, even when you do not feel like it. It is making the right choices, not because they are easy, but because they bring you closer to your goals. It is sticking to your commitments, not because you feel inspired every moment, but because you refuse to let yourself down. Let's be honest. Discipline is not always comfortable. Growth is not comfortable, but neither is regret. Think about that. The discomfort of discipline is temporary, but the pain of knowing you could have done more, been more, achieved more, that stays with you. The weight of regret is far heavier than the effort it takes to stay committed. So when you feel like quitting, remind yourself why you started. Remember what is at stake. The people who achieve extraordinary things are not the ones who always feel motivated. They are the ones who master discipline. They are the ones who develop the ability to keep going no matter what, and you have that ability too. It is not something you are born with, it is something you build. Every time you choose to follow through, every time you stay committed, you are strengthening that muscle. Success is not one massive effort. It is a series of small, disciplined actions repeated over and over again. It is waking up every day and deciding that no matter what happens, you will take one more step. You will do the work. You will stay the course. That kind of commitment is unstoppable. That kind of mindset leads to greatness. And here is the best part. Discipline is not just about achieving your goals. It is about becoming the kind of person who keeps their word to themselves and to others. It is about building trust in yourself, knowing that when you set your mind to something, you will follow through. That confidence, that self-respect, that inner strength, that is worth more than any achievement. Imagine where you could be 1 year from now if you committed to discipline today. Imagine the skills you could develop, the progress you could make, the life you could create. And now ask yourself this: what is stopping you? The only thing standing between you and that future is the decision to start. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. So make that decision, show up for yourself, stay consistent, build the habits that will carry you forward. And when the doubt creeps in, when the excuses try to take over, remind yourself of this: you are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than your fears, and you have everything within you to achieve what you set your mind to. Your future is not built on what you say you will do. It is built on what you actually do. So take action, stay disciplined, and watch as your life transforms, one decision, one step, one day at a time. Keep pushing forward. You've got this.